Hello and good afternoon. My name is Chung. I'm working in KT R&D Group, and I'm in charge of developing enterprise communication solutions. And first of all, I'd like to thank GTI and all of you here for inviting KT to this wonderful and great event. And congratulations to the successful opening of the summit. I feel really honored to hear with the great and distinguished speakers and guests today. And on behalf of KT, I'm going to tell you a brief story about our journey in 5G and also about what we are going to do more to promote the digital transformation of enterprise businesses. Since the first announcement of 5G vision in 2015, we have been trying to explore 5G use cases in the mobile market, from the successful trials in 2018 Winter Olympic to the commercial launch of 5G service, and we have kept expanding the coverage and also deployed 5G standalone network and various 5G B2B solutions in Korea. As a result of the journey, now 5G has almost covered 40% of the total mobile market in Korea. It's 4 years after the commercialization. The pace of the transition is a little bit slower than expected compared to the case of 4G LTE, which took more than 70% of the market share in the same time period. But when you look at the traffic comparison in the right side, you can see 5G users consume 3 times more data than LTE. As you can get higher speed with 5G, it seems quite natural. But if you look more deeply into the statistics, it's interesting to find out the increase of the data consumption happens more evidently in the average subscribers rather than in the case of heavy users who usually subscribe to unlimited data plan. With 5G, the mobile data can be said to become universal in that sense. It indicates that everyone can really enjoy mobile broadband service everywhere. And then what brings about such great increase of 5G data traffic? Yes, it is easy. You can imagine that mobile video streaming services made the greatest contributions, followed by social networking services next. Despite the successful market penetrations, 5G doesn't look much different to most of the average users from LTE in terms of the applications. We launched various 5G applications like avatar communication, streaming game, live sports watching with 360-degree view, but user experiences were almost similar with that of LTE. So we expected in the first time that innovative experiences from more immersive services like virtual reality or augmented reality, which would make 5G indispensable due to the performance requirements of the high quality or low latency video streaming. However, at this moment, I think that it is likely that we need to wait more time to see the right devices for such services. So we turned our eyes, that is why we turned our eyes to how we can leverage 5G network for B2B applications. So because many enterprises are trying to bring digital transformations into their business to accelerate the innovations, so we believe that 5G can make real opportunities in that space. So what is digital transformation? I think that you already know about that, but it can help enterprises innovate their organizational operation processes based on digital technologies. And they can redefine their business model with renewed competencies. There are various digital technologies we can leverage, like AI, big data, cloud. And 5G is definitely one of them. And ultimately, the digital transformations are expected to create new values for enterprises like new customer acquisitions, innovating service delivery process, the cost savings, and launching new businesses. Many enterprises are trying to gather a lot of data from their business operation to drive digital transformation in the industry. And communication infrastructure that can support the ubiquitous connectivity and network for massive data generation, collection, and analysis must be the key element for their business. 5G is designed for supporting such requirements, giving a large data capacity, minimizing the delay or latency in mission-critical operation, and also securing the network connection more reliably. That is why they call 5G the essential building block of digital transformation in enterprises. KT has been delivering such wireless network solutions for enterprise customers since the first launch of private LTE in 2015 in that direction. And we launched private 5G as soon as we started 5G commercial service in 2019. And from the start, we focused on enterprise network sector as one of the most promising business opportunities of 5G. And I'm going to tell you in more detail about what we've done with the series of 5G private network solutions in Korea. Private 5G, as you know, that provides a dedicated wireless network solution for enterprises, a separating core network system for a specific enterprise customer. We can build a secured data connection from the end device, like robots or autonomous guided vehicles, directly to the enterprise data network without traversing across the internet. So use cases include metering data collection over 5G and each build-out of wireless CCTV cameras to monitor the safety of workers in a factory. And private 5G can also provide communication channel for push-to-talk services between workers in an oil refinery factory. And workers can control high-tower cranes more safely in remote place over 5G connectivity. Usually, these jobs require high-quality network connection and near-perfect network security for guaranteeing the safe operation of the task. And that's exactly what private 5G really can do very well. And there are some applications that require more than just secure connections. Those applications have to have a low delay and very stable bandwidth quality for proper operations. By placing edge computing or edge cloud platform next to private 5G, we can achieve the required service quality for such applications. We designed our 5G MEC tightly coupled with private 5G from the start and deployed our solutions to such places as airport, where they need to check many people's health simultaneously without any contact, or training school or academy who want to give the enhanced experiences to their students, or pilot sites running autonomous transportation systems, or even theme parks requiring careful monitoring of the safety of many people at the same time. By integrating cloud platform with private 5G, we could come up with this solution of 5G MEC in Korean market. While private 5G and 5G MEC can support the requirements of enterprises who want to build a dedicated high-performance network for their critical applications, however, there are customers or users requiring more capabilities. They want to have dedicated radio resource, even radio resource for strict performance guarantee and completely isolate network architecture to keep all the traffic perfectly confined with their territory, or even flexible network operation to change the resource allocation freely according to their own needs. The local 5G network solution, we named it EUM 5G in Korea, is 5G non-public network solution for such cases. EUM means, in Korean, connectivity. The Korean government assigned the spectrum for local 5G, 100 megahertz of 4.7 gigahertz band and 600 megahertz of 28 gigahertz in 2021. Now there are a number of EUM 5G solution providers appearing in the market. As for May this year, there are 11 EUM 5G service providers and 10 enterprises built their own EUM 5G networks in Korea. We launched another 5G application as B2B target, named 5G Office. It makes the access of office IT device like laptop PC to the enterprise network easier and more secure with 5G connectivity. It leverages the VPN tunnel, a virtual private network tunnel between 5G dongle and enterprise mobile gateway system, so you don't have to go through all the tedious process of setting up VPN connection to your office network. You just plug in 5G dongle to the laptop PC, and you're connected to your office immediately. Oh, especially the needs for remote working have been increased a lot since the outbreak of COVID-19. We expect this type of 5G office service will be more popular in enterprise in the future. Well, we have been doing a lot of 5G business actively in the market, and we also been upgrading our 5G network to enhance the performance and capabilities at the same time. We built a nationwide coverage in most of the urban area, including the subway station, as well as the rural area, efficiently with the close collaboration between Korean mobile operators by sharing radio networks. And we also deployed 5G standalone network first in Korea and implemented multiple network slice operation and proved that it is really working in enterprise use case scenarios. As for communication services, we still rely on VO LTE network for commercial voice service, but we finished testing VONR service in our network and preparing to launch commercially soon. And last year, we also worked together with China Mobile to do POC for VONR roaming scenario, and I hope we can collaborate further for creating differentiated services with VONR in the future. Even though we had successfully started 5G network deployment, but there are still lots of work to do to get what we expected initially out of 5G. And we don't have actually a killer application of 5G yet, truly differentiated from 4G LTE, and there are still very few devices having 5G capability, especially in need for B2B applications. And finally, network has to be evolved further to realize the full potential of the innovation use cases. Then what is the future direction? I think that future mobility services can be big opportunities for 5G new applications. Cars are more and more connected to the network to support various services to the drivers as well as the passengers. And recently, Korean mobile operators announced special data plans for connected cars, and you can enjoy online video and audio streaming service in your car even without your smartphones. And in addition, there are growing interest in new urban mobility services such as flying drone taxi, and they are expected to be in active service in the far future. But Korean service providers, including telecom operators, are preparing trial service next year in an area close to Seoul and targeting to launch a commercial flight service in 2025. 5G can be used to command and control the flight plan and to monitor the status of flight in the air, also giving high-quality media service to passengers during their flight. And as for another monetization chance, there are also some speakers mentioning about the open gateway. We are also actively joining in the GSMA open gateway. And by opening the northbound API to enable access various information and resources and telecom network, application services and developer communities easily mash up the application with network capabilities, then we can have some kind of new business opportunities from them in the future. Oh, I can skip this slide. This is an example of SIM swap API. And as I mentioned, KT is also joining GSMA Open Gateway, and we also look forward to having real business opportunities out of this initiative. 5G has taken a big step toward the realization of enhanced user experiences and industrial innovations, but there are still areas where we need to improve the capabilities of 5G. We have to improve data bandwidth, expand the coverage, and build new coverage like area coverage for flying vehicles as well as future space vehicles. So in terms of the technology evolution, we also need to embrace the cloud-native architecture to integrate computing infrastructure with network more efficiently in the future. And this evolution will be leading to 6G, next generation mobile network. At this moment, we cannot predict what 6G will be exactly, but there are many ideas and concepts out there, even though we can only grasp it vaguely at this time. However, we got some lessons from 5G experiences. Whatever it will be, 6G should consider higher performance target as well as how we can get them in a very cost-efficient way. High-frequency band will be exploited, certainly, but the economics of the realistic rollout has to be taken into consideration. And most of all, concrete service has to lead the design of the next generation network technology. It will not be sufficient to have great network capabilities if we don't have the right service target to meet with such features. We did make 5G really working in various industries and businesses. Global collaboration has always been the foundation on which we can achieve this success. So going beyond 5G to next level of industrial innovation, the close collaboration will be playing a key role again. And I hope we can make another step together to create safer and more productive, really enhance the people's experiences of life higher. Thank you again and for having me, and thank you for your attention.